The world of cinema has witnessed the rise of several prominent Mexican filmmakers who have intertwined culture with creativity and imagination. One such filmmaker, Guillermo del Toro, and is an artist of Mexican origin who has transformed world cinema in the best possible ways. He has birthed a subgenre of poetically gothic cinema, as we know it today. What is noteworthy is that his Spanish language films have gained international acclaim and inspired experimentation into new film themes, a feat that is quite rare. Usually we witness English language Hollywood films making waves internationally and redefining trends in world filmmaking, but Del Toro's authentic works surpassed all boundaries of language, box office, and their status quo. The enchanting creations of Del Toro include films like Cronos, The Devil's Backbone, Blade 2, Hellboy, Shape of Water, and his relatively recent work, Pinocchio, which was released in 2022. However, the film that is considered a filmmaker's magnum opus is Pan's Labyrinth, which was released in 2006. I remember the first time I watched a Spanish language film and was blown away by the mystical air it emanated and the world inspired by folklore, and including its dark aesthetics. It was like expressionism unraveling in front of your eyes, but through magical creatures. Interesting, this film isn't simply a dark fantasy fairy tale, but a nuanced performance of magical realism. The story begins in quite a realistic setting, Spain in the 1940s. A young girl called Ofelia travels with her mother in a somber mood as her life is not as happy as a child deserves. Her stepfather is a crude army officer, harsh in his ways, and in such circumstances the magical intervention of the creatures from the underworld provides an escape to our protagonist. This hints at the contrast between reality and supernatural, where real life's complexities appear dull and not interesting enough. But the magical world building in Del Toro's film transports you to enchanting worlds that appear much more charming. The same is the case with Ofelia. She meets a large insect-like creature that claims she is Princess Moana from the underworld and has taken birth again on Earth. Here, you can notice that the magical guide is not a fairy or a very aesthetically pleasing creature, but an insect. Del Toro creates magical creatures that can be considered outcasts, something so different and eerie from what we usually see in fantasy movies. The cinematography of the film also reflects this intention. The world appears dark, but with rich coloring, a hauntingly beautiful lullaby as the music scores and characters with unconventional designs. Many might consider the insect, the faun, and the Queen of Shadows as grotesque, but not Ofelia. Ofelia depicts the distinct sense of compassion that most humans do not possess. She doesn't judge the creatures based on appearance and tries to understand them without fear. This acts as a social commentary through his ruthless stepfather who lacks all attributes of a considerate person. Here, Del Toro depicts an irony where monsters appear more human than the human beings themselves. The labyrinth in this film represents the hope of the king and queen of the underworld to reunite with their lost daughter in the form of Ofelia. Their faun becomes an important medium in this film as it makes Ofelia realize her origin and is the center of all supernatural events. Thus, the Pan's Labyrinth is also called the Faun's Labyrinth. Thanks to such meaningful storytelling, the film is considered a magically crafted parable, a simplistic childlike tale that holds a great moral lesson for us. The film is considered a timeless classic that went on to become one of the greatest films of all time, especially in the 21st century. It acted as a significant boost for the Spanish language cinema across the world. The film won 3 Oscars in 2007 for its outstanding performance in the categories of Best Art Direction, Best Cinematography, and Best Makeup. Del Toro also won the most prestigious film recognition in Mexico, the Ariel Award for Best Director thanks to the film. Since then, Pan's Labyrinth has scored a cult following amongst cinemaphiles and serves as the ethnon of gothic fantasy on screen. So I hope you like today's discussion on one of the best Mexican films and its iconic filmmaker. Please like our video, subscribe to our channel for more such cinema content. And I'll be back with more films and in-depth analysis. Till then, goodbye.